Hello, Family 150 classmates. For my profile, I will be focusing on the career of adoption counselor or adoption social worker. Adoption counselors or adoption social workers work with birth parents and adoptive parents to provide assistance and support during the adoption process. They work with domestic infant adoption, waiting child adoption, which consists of children in foster care, and international adoption. For families wishing to adopt, there are a series of steps that they must go through in order to be approved. The adoption social worker or counselor performs numerous home studies, completes background checks, criminal history checks, reviews health and medical information, and gathers and checks references. They also have to make sure that the child can be cared for and provided for financially, so financial information is received. They interview family members individually and collectively. They must make sure that everyone is invested in the adoption. They find out how prepared the family is and provide education and help for upcoming adoption. They also help the young women that are facing unplanned pregnancies. The adoption social workers or counselors with the organization that I contacted have worked with girls as young as 12 and women in their late 30s. These women and girls come from a variety of economic and social backgrounds. Some of these women are in prison, and some of them come from upper middle class families. They come to these agencies wanting to know their choices and how the adoption process works. The adoption social worker or counselor will talk to them about their options. They talk about parenting versus adopting. They help them become aware of various support systems that are available to them if they choose to keep their babies, as well as if they choose to place their babies for adoption. If the young women choose adoption, they provide families that are approved and prepared to adopt. Educational requirements are a bachelor's degree with coursework in related areas, such as research methods, counseling, social work, psychology, family science, human behavior, social welfare policy, and family culture. Being an adoption counselor or social worker can be stressful and emotionally draining. So candidates need to have the ability to adapt and handle high levels of stress. In addition, adoption counselors or social workers must be able to effectively perform a number of administrative duties, such as filling out paperwork, writing treatment plans, and case notes. Adoption counselors should be informed and keep current with federal and state adoption laws and regulations. The individual that I spoke to stated that when dealing with birth parents, birth fathers can sometimes be a stress. The fathers can at times be hard to find and difficult to get involved in the adoption process. And as the father, he has rights, and sometimes he is against the child being placed for adoption. And in this instance, the adoption process can no longer continue. Also, the organization that I contacted is a nonprofit organization, and this makes paying the bills and meeting payroll difficult at times. They are, for the most part, at the mercy of charitable donations. They have one big fundraiser every year that all their employees must participate in, and they also have smaller fundraisers throughout the year. So financially, it is a constant stress and concern for them. She also stated that it's difficult to tell people that they are not approved for adoption, that they have been declined. This has resulted in some angry outbursts and confrontational situations that can be extremely stressful. She said that there are some really joyful moments in her chosen career. The people and children that have been helped and blessed are proof of that. However, not all moments are happy moments. The starting salary ranges from $28,000 to $35,000 a year. The experienced salary ranges from $55,000 to $62,000 a year. So the average salary is anywhere from $37,000 to $46,000 a year, depending on one's educational and work experience. Also, the salary amount was subject to change according to the state and organization where one chooses to work. Working hours depend on each organization, but usually consists of 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 7 to 4 type hours. The agency that I contacted, I spoke to the director, and she said that they were extremely flexible. She said she has worked there for 25 years. She raised 4 children, and she was very grateful for the flexibility that she was able to maintain while raising her children. She never missed any of her children's school programs, activities, or functions. She said sometimes that meant working nights or weekends to make up that work. but she was able to be a hands-on parent, and that was very important to her. She was even able to take her small children to work with her. This is an exception. This is not always possible with other organizations and adoption agencies. Adoption social workers or adoption counselors have a strong desire to help improve people's lives. In almost every adoption case in the United States, an adoption social worker or an adoption counselor has been involved and has the opportunity to protect the child, as well as making sure that the child has a happy, healthy, loving home to grow up in. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you were able to learn something from this career profile. Have a great day.